The petition challenged the Electoral Commission's position that Nakawa West constituency and Nakawa Division West constituency refer to the same electoral area. Bowe asked court to quash the Commissioner's ruling, urging that the constituency cited during the nomination did not legally exist. The appeal was, however, objected by the respondents, including the Electoral Commission and several nominated candidates for the Nakawa West seat, among them Nasasira Happy, Brora Herbert Anderson, Okuya Felix Ephraim, Okumu Vincent Norbert, Senyonyi Joel Besekezi, Ramit Apul, and Chamba Dewiri Bafos. After reviewing all submissions, Judge Cottins delivered the ruling, basing his decision on Article 126 to E of the Constitution, which requires court to administer substantive justice without undue regard to technicalities. The judge held that justice must be guided by the merits of the case rather than the minor procedural errors. Court agreed with the Electoral Commission that the reference to the Constitution name during nomination was a clerical error that was corrected in accordance with the law.
There can be no confusion. No one can say that they mixed it up with another constituency, that when you wrote Nakawa West, it resembles some other constituency. Which one? It is the same thing. But also, this very petitioner, Ivan, the form which was signed nominating him, it has Nakawa West. And so court was saying, why did you not include this one? Because you knew then it would mean that even you, the petitioner, you were wrongfully nominated.
The judge further noted that failure by the candidates to initially indicate the correct constituency was a minor error irregularity curable under the Electoral Commission Act and the Parliamentary Elections Act.
Challenging his fellow contestants that the constituency they were nominated for does not exist. It was just a mere simple case without substance. It is just a mere skeleton. That's why the judge found no difficult while dismissing the same. Thank God that no costs were ordered to be paid by the petitioner.
Meanwhile, Nakawa Division West parliamentary candidate Joel Senyonyi expressed disappointment, saying the case consumed valuable campaign time.
This was a non-starter case. Ivan, who belongs to the PFF, was really trying to chase some political capital, and then, of course, eventually, as I have learned, there are many other forces that were behind him, some powerful people in government saying, this Joel here, because the target really was myself, this Joel should not return to Parliament, and so they were pushing behind the scenes. But in law, we have a rule called the de minimis rule, which is to the effect that there are certain trivial little things that don't warrant coming even before court. You see, when you read the judgment today, it was saying, one, Nakawa West and Nakawa Division West are the same thing. They're used interchangeably.
Another candidate, Ramit Apul, was seen moving door to door shortly after the ruling, appealing for votes. Although he welcomed the decision, Ramit said the petition caused losses and left candidates with limited time to campaign.
Oh my God, it's like constructing a house which at the level of the windows, what they call the beam, and then the house gets issues, you have to go back to the foundation. Now we have to go where we started. You know, we would try. You see, when I don't know how I can put it for you. You go to the field, but then you are told you still have a court case. You do this, then you get rumors, you know, they don't want you in every time you're going out. And indeed, because now also, where it was really onto our case, the voters register, when it came out, and we saw the lists of the voters, they read Nakawa Division West. And now the case was against Nakawa Division West and Nakawa West. Now this was a very disturbing issue. However, time lost. But as men, as you know, when you're a hard-working person, you don't have to look behind. Now we don't have to look at that. We need to go ahead and look for votes. And I can assure you, we're in the field to remind our voters that 15th come Jan, we vote for Miles Romit.
What is your message to the voters right now after receiving the ruling with a limited time, which is not even 2 weeks?
First of all, don't give up. And we always say this, that the time is now to vote for people who are going to work for you, not for people who are going to speak a lot. It is time to check your leaders, those that have seen what have they done nothing. Now also give opportunity to some of us that are coming through. You have seen us before, you have seen what we can do, and we still encourage you, please look into our eyes. Ask, if you don't just vote anyhow, don't vote for that, you know, this person, I've seen them because of this and that. Vote for people, possibilities. Vote for people who can work hard, people who reached you and ask for the vote.
The court emphasized that allowing the appeal will unjustly deny voters of Nakawa Division West constituency the opportunity to vote their representatives and would undermine the principles of elective democracy.
It had nothing. He was just trying to sneak into the legislature without people's mandate. Court guided him that his petition is not sustainable. Therefore, he has only one alternative: to go back and solicit for votes. Should he win democratically, he will be declared the winner. But the court cannot declare somebody without people's mandate when there are other substantive candidates.
It held that anyone seeking political office must obtain a mandate through a ballot.
So he was really chasing wind. He was on a fishing expedition, and it's very imperative also what court has said. If you want to seek the mandate of the people, why do you want to sneak into parliament without first going to seek their mandate? That's very imperative, because we have seen it happening, especially this election cycle, some things that had never happened before, that people get to be removed from the voters register, that it is said among the 10 people who nominated you, there are some who are saying they thought they were signing PDM forms. Like how? The heading was very clear. It was obvious what you were signing for. That others maybe changed their minds or that kind of thing. And then somebody gets denominated. If you are saying you are very powerful, as I've heard some politicians say, subject yourself to the people so that you get the mandate of the people. This business of sneaking your way to parliament through a Kamoli, it is unacceptable. And, you know, that's why we must fight for there to be change in this country, because this government is like there are some mafias all over the place who will try and push their agenda. What they want should happen willy-nilly, regardless of what the law says, and that kind of thing. It is problematic.
We feel now we can now breathe again. However much we do have a little time left, we had thought first of all that we would have enough time to go through all this, but this whole court thing has a little bit taken us a bit back. By this time we would have gotten through our agents, we should have gotten through our people here and there. You know, the constituency is quite big, so moving, and you know, as you all know, especially me, I'm doing door to door, so it has not been easy for me going to court. They're telling you come today, you don't know what's going to come out of court, then today they're telling you this. So for me, two things. One, I am glad that we know what's going on. However, it has been calm, you know, when we're left with a few days to go.
Judge Cottins also agreed with the respondents that the names are used interchangeably and refer to the same constituency.
His issue was that there is a difference between Nakawa West and Nakawa Division West. That is a mere misnomer. No one would be confused. When you are going to Nakawa West, it does not matter even if somebody says you are going to Nakawa Division West. He has never suffered any prejudice. He had no cause of action. He had to prove that he had a right which was infringed, and that the respondents were liable. He had nothing like that.
He observed that the petitioner accepted to be nominated under the disputed name without raising objections at that time.
So,
what is your message to the people of Nakawa who were just worried on what would be the next step if at all that the judge did not rule in their favor?
The people of Nakawa West, you should worry not. Your candidate, my client, Right Honorable Joel Senyonyi, is in the race. You go and vote in his favor on the 15th day of January 2026. His symbol is the umbrella. There is nothing to worry about. Let that petitioner go to the voters and solicit for their votes. There is no shortcut. I thank you.
Court concluded that the clerical errors corrected by the Electoral Commission could not be used to disqualify candidates. The petition was therefore dismissed.